something is happening in the ERP world that very few people are talking about. I call it the ERP Trust Recession. I keep seeing the same pattern across the businesses. Companies invest in ERP, the project struggles, and years later, they are still running on the same old broken systems. Not because they cannot afford to try again, but because they no longer trust the process. And that loss of trust is costing organizations far more than any failed project ever did. And the data behind this is striking. Gartner tells us by 2027, more than 70% of the ERP projects will fail to meet their objectives, and 25% they will fail catastrophically. Industry surveys consistently show 1 in 3 companies consider their ERP implementations unsuccessful. And when that happens, something very predictable follows. Teams quietly return to the spreadsheets, manual works come back, shadow systems appear everywhere. But here is the uncomfortable truth that our industry does not say out loud. ERP failures rarely come from just one side. Yes, sometimes partner overpromise. Demos go perfect, but the reality is far messier. Some vendors disappear after go live. But there is another side of the story, the organization itself. Research from Panorama Consulting Group describes something called as internal sabotage. Employees resisting change by clinging to old processes or disengaging from the project. A 2025 systematic review published in the Journal of Artificial Intelligence and Engineering Applications identified end-user resistance as one of the most significant global ERP failure factors. The industry research suggests that nearly one-third of the organizations experience active resistance during an ERP rollout. So, the ERP trust recession is not just about the bad vendors, it is also about the organizations that were never truly ready to change. The ERP projects fail when the alignment breaks down, when partners overpromise, and when internal teams are not fully committed to the transformation. Real success only happens when both sides take the ownership. The partner who remains accountable beyond go live, and the organization that is genuinely ready to change how it operates. ERP does not succeed because of software. They succeed because both sides committed to the outcome. And that is the conversation we believe should happen before any ERP project begins. At Greytrix, that is where we start.